The member representing Damboa Goza Chibok of Borno State, Honorable Ahmed Jaha Babao, the Chairman House Committee on Insurance, has expressed optimism in the 2024 budget implementation. Says the House of Representatives is doing all within its power to making sure the budget is passed according to the wish of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to alleviate the hardship in Nigeria.
Honorable Ahmed Jaha Babao is my name. I represent Chiwok, Damboa, and Goza Federal Constituency, and on record including the 87 not yet recovered Chibok girls. I am the Chairman House Committee on Insurance and Actuarial Matters. Yes, I noticed that it was actually a well-articulated budget speech by the President, which was the beginning of the budget presentation, and the way and manner the House was put on high jump to do justice to the budget, to make sure that is passed on or before the end of December is quite challenging. But we understand it's not the fault of the executive for late presentation of the budget, but rather the transition period, because whenever there is a change of button or government from one person to the other or from one government to the other, you realize that there will be a lot of issues to handle, which compelled the president to present that budget to the House lately in November. But all things being equal, members of the parliament have vouched to do justice to the budget by suspending, including plenary, suspending all committee oversights, suspending constituency travels, suspending all activities to do justice to the budget, to do the needful, to make sure that the budget is passed on time. In fact, some committee members may not even make it to go for festive period, because some of us normally leave 10 days or 15 days before the end of December, particularly for those of us that have substantial Christians in our constituency. So they have to go out and celebrate with their loved ones. But still members defy all this and decided to stay. As you can see, every committee room is engaged with committee activity to make sure that the MDAs appear to defend their budget. And on the part of the MDAs, to be fair to them, they are forthcoming. They have been coming to come and defend their budgets as at when due. Because I observe with keen interest, in most cases, members of the or heads of MDAs came to the venue sometimes 30 minutes preceding the time of the presentation, just to tell you that they are serious or to show their seriousness. So actually, as a house, we are doing everything within our limit to pass this budget on or before 31st December, so that it can be assented to by the president by 1st January. And we're doing this not because of anything, but simply because we want to maintain our culture of the 9th Assembly. In the 9th Assembly, since 2019, we brought the budget back to track by passing a January to December budget cycle. So we want to maintain that as a house. And I think this is the only thing we can do to Nigerians in this critical period. I am optimistic, even if this budget is beyond 30 trillion, this current government is going to implement it. I am absolutely optimistic. Optimistic in the sense that I know who is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I know substantial part of his team members, particularly from the part of finance, revenue generations, development industries, and so on and so forth. I'm assuring you, there will be a sea change. People entertain some level of fear that the budget is over ambitious. To me, it's not, because 27 trillion budget is almost 27 million dollars. So it's not, sorry, 27 billion dollars, which is not something to 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 entertain any fear on. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, bearing in mind the revenue target I know is going to be achieved, and some part of the budget that we have to borrow to finance, that equally is going to be achieved. So I'm optimistic that the budget of renewed hope by Mr. President is going to be implemented, at least worst case scenario 90%. That is why we are doing our own part, because we don't want Nigerians to blame us. So we are doing our own part to make sure that the budget is passed as at when due, and the executive assent to it as at when due, so that NDS can embark on their activities and other constitutional mandates.
Comfort Olayinka, DCTV News.